Hey guys, it's Dr. Berg here. I wanted to touch on the difference between eating raw vegetables and cooked vegetables. First of all, the purpose of eating vegetables is to get the vitamins and the minerals that you need from a good source. Okay? Now, when something is raw versus cooked, the difference is raw has enzymes in that vegetable. Enzymes are very, very good for you, and that helps break down the food, and it gives you great properties, health properties. But the problem is that many people are missing the normal enzymes that the pancreas is supposed to release to be able to digest some of these fibers in the vegetable. For example, if I consume broccoli, it will cause serious pain in my intestinal tract. I can consume cabbage all day long, I could do kale, but broccoli, for some reason, tears me up. So that's not necessarily an allergy, it's a missing enzyme that creates inflammation. And I'll feel like I have a cramp for the next hour, so it's very uncomfortable. So what that means is that somehow along the line, I had some damage in my pancreas and I couldn't generate those enzymes. So that's one thing, but there's other things too. If your stomach has low acid, and the way you know your stomach has low acid is that you have indigestion, like you eat food, it gets stuck there. Or you have acid reflux, or you have GERD, or you might have constipation or bloating. That means the acids are lower. And if the acids are lower, it can't create the triggering effect for the release of enzymes from your pancreas. So that could be the very reason why you're not releasing the enzymes. Because when I was in college, grad school, I was taking the megapacks of Rolaids because I had heartburn like crazy. Little did I know that was caused by not enough acid from all the stress that I was going through. But that's something that you can, if you actually just increase the pH of the stomach, acidify the stomach, many times you can see a great benefit of the full digestion of even vegetables. So that's something to look at. The next thing is that you have low good bacteria in your gut. If the bacteria, by the way, 90% of this friendly bacteria does the digestion in the small intestine. If you don't have enough of that, then you're going to get a lot of bloating and excess fermentation and rotting and all sorts of problems. But these microbes are the things that make enzymes for these fibers. In other words, they live on fiber. Now, if you're not used to consuming kale or a lot of other vegetables that you don't normally eat, like even broccoli or cabbage, maybe you have just like iceberg lettuce or spring green, and then you switch over, you haven't developed the enzymes yet. And these microbes have to grow and adapt to your foods over a slower period of time before you can digest them. So if you change over and you feel like you're not losing weight and you feel bloated, all that means is you got to cut it back. You're not ready to consume that many vegetables because that's too much fiber for these microbes to deal with. Now what I do is I have you go back to those vegetables that you were consuming before and gradually introduce it until you can achieve 7 to 10 cups of vegetables. But you have to sometimes ease into it. You can't do it overnight. The other thing you can do is you can steam the vegetables or cook them. That way you can break them down a little bit more and it's a lot easier on the system to digest. And you still get the same minerals. You might not have all the vitamins, but you still get the good minerals that you need from these vegetables. So that's one way. And then also fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, kimchi, all these fermented pickles, those are really easy to digest because the lactic acid from the bacteria that they make that from has already broke it down for you. So you can consume some of that and that will really help your system. But again, some people can't tolerate too much. So what I like to do, go for some raw, but try not to go too much to the point where you feel bloated. So you have to adjust that, adjust the amount of raw vegetables until you have no bloating, okay, and no side effects. But again, we have to slowly go into this. Make sure you maybe increase your acidity in your stomach, maybe use a probiotic to start building it up, or just start off slowly introducing over time so you can develop your own microbes and your body can adapt to that situation, okay? So that's the only point I want to make between these two. So go ahead and comment below and I'll see you in the next video.